Hello, bridge players. Welcome once again to the discussion of the bidding contest hands for BBO. Today we have, of course, Mark Smith to talk to. Let's hear it from Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Hanoi, how are you doing this week?
Fine. How are you doing? Well, let's talk about number 3 from last month.
Yeah, three was one of those strange hands where more than half of the competition entrants voted for three no Trump. That was only the minority choice of the panel. The problem is that partners, I mean, if you had got, let's imagine that the auction had gone where you're not playing inverted raises, you'd open a club and partner would bid three clubs, invitational or limit. You could bid three no Trump on all sorts of hands, but what's the minimum sort of hand you would bid three no Trump on? Maybe a good 14 count. And effectively, that's what's happened here. Is partner showed a limit raise or better in clubs. The problem is that partner could have extra values. So you want to play three no Trump if he's just got an invitational hand to three clubs. Maybe he's got a 10 or 11 count. You want to play three no Trump. But if he's got extras as well, you want to bid more. So you want to give him a chance to let you know if he's got extras. And most of the panel bid two spades as a sort of waiting bid. If partner bids two no Trump or three clubs now, you're going to just bid three no Trump. But when partner does something more like jump to three no Trump, as he would have done on this hand, because he had a 13 or 14 count and you've got your 18, and now you can look for a slam.
All right, yes. Committing to 3 no Trump right away, it's too little in this case. We'd better find out more. And we also have hand number 4. I think this one was quite hard. It's the hand where you had 17, 6 card hard suit, headed by the ace 8. So
Yes.
partner beat 1 spade after our heart, and it's up to us to show quite a good hand. But I don't think any normal or natural bid will make justice to this hand.
No,
Right?
the problem is if you bid three hearts, your hearts aren't really good enough. Partner's got a raise with too small or something. You don't really want to play in two hearts. You could easily miss an easy spade. He's got jack to 5 spades and two small hearts. He's going to raise three hearts to 4, and you're in the wrong game.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you raise spades now, you may end up in spades when you should be in hearts. So you want to find a way of keeping both majors in picture. And most of the panelists just bid two clubs. Three clubs was the other option. If you decide you want to force the game, it's probably not quite worth it, that hand. But, the comment of most of the panelists was, as long as partner doesn't pass, if he does, he does, because he's only going to pass two clubs when he has a singleton heart and
5 or 4 clubs.
Not a very good hand, and probably only three clubs. So you're probably not missing a game anyway. It's a situation that comes up fairly regularly in bidding panels because there is no good bid.
Did they offer any solution that they have with their partners and the like? Did anyone mention?
A number of them mentioned Gazilli, which normally people play after a major or no Trump. Right, yeah. Most people would normally play that after a major or no Trump.
Yeah.
And then two clubs is either clubs or sort of 17 plus. And responder bids two diamonds to say he's got 8 plus, and now you're in a game forcing auction. Rather than playing two clubs natural, you can play two clubs as either natural or Gazilli, natural or strong. And the other option that somebody mentioned, I think Eric Salsamindi mentioned, and Alan Mould did as well, was that you can play three no Trump in this auction as showing a good hand with 3-6 in the majors.
Well, let's move on then to this month's hands. I have an announcement in each hand. about the nature of the game. For example, the first one we are playing imps.
Yeah, because usually all the hands we've had so far, they've just all been imps. But
Exactly.
because there were some match point hands in here,
Yeah.
each hand will tell you whether it's imps or match points.
All right. So in this case, we have a partner who overcalled one spade over one diamond, the opening, and we have an 11 uh, high card point hand with only two spades, but they are king and queen. And for the rest of the hand, we have the ace of hearts and two jacks, one of them fifth, but not in their suit. So we must decide whether to be no trump or weird as it sounds, support partner. Am I right?
Yes, indeed. I mean, there are four options, I suppose, and one of them is a non-starter. So you can be one no trump. That's obviously an option. You're quite good, and of course, you don't really have much of a diamond stock. Another option is two spades, which you're obviously very good for.
Yeah, but you only have two
Uh,
cards, so
yes.
kind
Well,
of balances out.
the other option is to be two diamonds, i.e., show a good
Support.
uh, invitation or better spade raise.
All right.
And the fourth option, which is not really an option, is to be two clubs, which I'm not sure that will get much support from the panel. The panel will be split somewhere, I think, between two diamonds and one no trump.
Let's move on to hand number two. In hand number two, we have a partner who opened one diamond. Now the opponent bid two diamonds, a natural two diamonds, and partner passed, which I suppose only shows that he's got two or less hearts, right?
Yes, I think so. Though I have to say that there are three hands in the set that have support double situations,
Yeah.
and a number of panelists who hate support doubles. I'm
Oh,
not happy with them.
oh. Should have invited Jeff Mextruth. Apparently, he loves support doubles.
Yes, yes. I don't know if you saw his interview recently on
Story
who was
Partner
it?
podcast. Yes, I heard
Yes,
it.
that's it. It was very
Really
good.
nice piece. Really nice piece.
Yes,
And he
yes.
he promoted using support doubles up to the 3 level, which I found it.
Four level, in fact.
Imagine that. I found it amazing, given that I was always told to use it only up to the 2 level if you had space to support with four cards. So I thought that was a
I
little
think his
innovative.
yes, I think his what he was saying was that if you pass at the two level, you deny three card support. Whereas at the three or four level, double should still be support, but passing doesn't deny because double should say I've got three card support and the values to bid at this level. Now on
Okay.
this hand, conceivably, I can think of five bids that people might think of. You
Oh.
know, it's amazing to me that every hand almost there's 15 or 20 different options people come up with.
You can think of five. I
I
really thought of only one actually, but I guess
really,
you could repeat your hearts. I mean, I suppose you could double, but that doesn't seem like a good option because you have no diamonds. Partner might pass thinking you have some diamonds when he has only four, for example. And
even if he has five, it's not certain you want to defend.
yeah, exactly. That's also true because your hand is very offensive. So I suppose it's an option. Some people will choose it, but I think it's terrible. But then you have two
I agree.
hearts. Two hearts is too little.
What
Did
that's two hearts. Two hearts is clearly not
Okay,
enough.
so it's not an even option. Then the one I thought of is three clubs, of course.
Right now, the question about three clubs, and a couple of panelists have raised it, is it forcing?
Mm.
Their opinion is it should show four hearts and five or six clubs and be not forcing.
Oh wow, yeah. If it shows that, then it's a terrible choice. Then I guess we have the possibility of being three hearts, sort of an invitation with six hearts, which is kind of what
Yeah,
we have.
yeah.
But we could also be a little more right? To go forward with three diamonds, I suppose.
Well, three clubs will be a popular choice,
Okay.
even though some people, there are a couple of panelists said I play this is not forcing, but without discussion, it's probably forcing. So you have to decide if you think three clubs is forcing or not. If it's forcing, three clubs is okay. If you want to force, I'll tell you, I've got votes for three clubs, four clubs, three hearts, and four hearts. Those are the options. Three or four clubs, three or four hearts, and double.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on to hand number 3, where they open one club, 3+ clubs. Partner beats three diamonds, which I guess it's weak. And now they beat four clubs. They are vulnerable. We're not. We have 13 honor card points, which include Ableton Ace of Hearts and King Queen fourth in spades. I guess we can have some three short tricks against four clubs, but I don't see how we can get a fourth trick unless partner surprises us. So if we want to go plus, maybe we should be the four diamonds. What do you think?
Well, I think the options are four diamonds and five diamonds. We give partner two small, four small, king to seven void, because he's not going to have many clubs on this auction.
Yeah, of course.
Righty rates to have six. The opponents have been to four clubs vulnerable with not that many points. Well, not more than half the points, so they're probably almost certainly going to have nine clubs. So partner doesn't have any clubs.
Right.
So if he's got two small, four small, king to seven, that's enough to make game. Jack to three, three small, king to seven. The other question is whether double is a game try in diamonds or penalties. So if you can't choose between four diamonds and five diamonds, double would seem to be the right answer if you think it's a game try.
I guess you have to decide whether you're feeling lucky
I mean,
to
Zia
to
said that
find
he would
the
bid.
to find the.
Zia said that he would bid five diamonds, but four diamonds was plenty opposite him.
There is one weird thing I hadn't noticed, but where are the hearts in this auction?
Well, yes, indeed.
Yeah,
That's why partner might well have four hearts.
yeah, and that also support the case of bidding five, because I mean if we can get rid of two losers by roughing with the nine and the ace,
Yeah.
I think we are great in five. All right, let's move on to number 4, and here we have the first match point hand. Partner partner responded one spade to our one club opening bid. However, they bid one heart and two hearts. So partner spades, we would think they should be five, but here it says they are four.
Yeah, well, there's two ways of playing, and it's becoming more popular these days to play one spade shows four and double denies four spades.
Mm, yeah,
Or to double shows four or more spades and one spade denies
denies.
four spades. The other, you're right, is that the other way of doing it is that double shows four spades and one spade shows five.
Yeah, that's like the old
That
way. Yeah.
that's the traditional way. Yes, it solves problems on hands where you don't have a heart stop, you don't have four spades, and you don't have primary clubs. It's sort of an 8 count with 3-2-5-3 where you're stuck. It solves the problem on that sort of hand.
I suppose we can think for some people doubling here, even though they have only two cards, because those two cards are ace king. I'm not a fan of that here. I suppose you could be the three clubs. I suppose you could be the two no trump doesn't seem so nice, and maybe three hearts. I guess.
Yes, three hearts is an overbid and three clubs is an underbid.
Yeah.
Another option that a panelist suggested this morning was that if you double and partner just bids two spades, now you can bid three clubs, and that should show extra values with.
Sounds fine. Let's see hand number 5, where they open a week 2, showing two spades, showing five spades and a minor. Partner doubled, And they beat the three spades on the
Mm.
other side. So now we have to decide with our two aces whether to pass, which is very passive, I guess, and also doubling again or beating four hearts, maybe.
Those are the three options.
Would the double be considered responsive?
Yes, indeed.
It's also a match point hand. That's important to notice, I guess. I think I'm for the double here. I think the double is more versatile, yes, here.
I had the hand at the table. Part of the problem was I thought for about 5 minutes at least.
Ooh,
If you think for a long time and pass, partner's in a very difficult position.
definitely.
And unless you can pass in tempo, which you probably can't, that I think makes pass a less attractive option. I mean, I did double,
Okay.
but I think four hearts is definitely wrong. I think. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the panel will be split between pass and double with four hearts as the third choice.
Hand number 6 now. We have an two club, let's
Yeah,
say, precision opening, yeah,
precision type two clubs. Yeah.
which shows
That's
clubs.
those are becoming more and more common these days as more and more people play Polish club and that sort of, because there's a lot of Polish club pairs around these days,
Oh, I
or
see.
Polish club, Carrot club, Tarzan club.
Mm,
There's all the Poles, the Dutch, the Norwegians, the Scandinavians.
mm.
They all play some sort of two-way club system.
So in this case, we have a 13 count. I think this is what they call aces and spaces, right?
Yeah, it's certainly that. Yeah.
Double to an ace, jack fourth, ace third, and ace fourth.
Well, I think the panel have come up with 5 choices so far.
Holy. Well, let me see. I guess we could be the pass, and we could beat two hearts. We could beat three clubs, two no trump, and
Yeah, two no trump Lebensel probably. Yeah, pass, two hearts, two no trump, three clubs and three hearts.
no three hearts. Yes, partner is a passed hand, so I
Yeah,
doubt
I mean,
we can make a game.
yeah. When I originally saw this problem, and I thought, oh, maybe it would be more difficult if partner wasn't a passed hand. So I changed it, and then I thought, well, everybody's going to bid three clubs now.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's
I put the pass back in. It's more variations, I think, with partner being a passed hand.
definitely.
If partner wasn't a passed hand, you would just bid three clubs and
Yeah, and you'll take it from there.
force the game. You either get the four hearts or three no trump.
Yeah.
But opposite a passed hand, it's not so clear that you want to get the game.
What I see that I don't like is that we might beat three hearts and find ourselves playing at the three level on a seven card fit
That's
while
certainly possible.
while they were gonna play two clubs on a seven card fit too. So
Well, partner's less likely to double with a passed hand with more than one club,
more
I
than one,
think.
okay. Yeah, and I guess also three hearts is like looking a bit for the perfect hand.
Well, at the table, I think Gunnar Hellberg had the hand, and he bid two hearts. But Simon Holt raised to three, and now he bid game. If he bid two hearts, partner might bid the third. At the table, he did.
And what did he have?
Yeah, he had Queen 9 to 4, Ace Queen to 4, King to 4, Singleton.
Mm.
So four hearts was a fairly easy make.
And again, we have a support double. I think this is the third and the last occasion
Yes.
for that in this. And it's imps this time. We open one club again with a strong hand, 19 high card points. And partner beat one heart. And they beat one spade after that. So I guess we can repeat our clubs. I suppose at the three level we can be the that support double, which is so weird, and I wouldn't do it. And I think it's not a it's less of an option in this case. And what I like here is two spades.
Yes, those are three of the four options.
Okay, what's a fourth?
Two diamonds.
Okay, right. False reverse.
Yeah, well, I mean, often in these situations where your hand is difficult to describe, the lowest bid, which is right because it allows partner to most room to describe his hand, which is really what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, two spades will certainly be one of the popular choices. I agree. I think the hand's too good for three clubs. You're right. I don't think double seems unnecessarily. You don't need to
Yeah.
double.
Unlike the previous one where you didn't have much space. I think you have more space here. What did partner have in this one? Just
Yeah,
for
king to three, queen jack 10 to seven, two small singleton.
wow, seven
So
hearts. Okay,
four hearts was
yeah,
where you wanted to get to, and you'll probably get the four hearts no
yeah,
matter what you do.
yeah,
Well, if you bid three clubs, he might not bid over that.
yeah,
So three clubs is probably the losing bid.
yeah. All right, let's move on to the last hand. Hand number 8 here is
This is, I suspect, this is the damp squib of the set, the easiest hand of the set.
okay. The easiest hand of the set. Let's see. They open one club, one spade by partner, double, then one no trump by us. We have a triple for one with Jack fourth in clubs. That's our stopper. Then they beat three clubs and partner beat three diamonds. And we have King Queen fourth in diamonds and Singleton King of spades. I think I want to support partners diamonds. I mean, for diamonds, I guess. What I would think to beat here.
I had the hand on the table and it was match point, so I passed.
Well, that's what I had thought the first time I saw it.
I think that's probably conservative. Five diamonds is too much.
Too much, yeah.
So if pass is conservative and five diamonds is too much, then four diamonds sounds about right.
Yeah.
I have had votes for four spades. Three spades would have been the winning match point bid, as it happens. You can make one. You can make 140 in spades and 130 in diamonds. The partner has ace to six, singleton, ace to five, singleton, which is about what you would expect him to have.
Definitely. So if you beat four, he might beat five, right?
He might, yeah. Well, it depends. He might. He has to decide how much of that is shown already. If nothing else, people do these problems and then they look at them to see why they scored badly on a hand, and that's how you learn from how to think about a particular hand or why.
Well, Mark, thank you very much as usual, and hope to see you again next month.
Indeed, we'll be back for another session next month.
And that was it. I hope you get good pointers to answer in BBO. Remember to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to the channel. And of course, to answer the questions, the bidding questions in BBO. See you soon.